Welcome to the Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast. Sorry for the late start, everyone. My internet is down. The cable is probably bad. The wire that runs, the Ethernet cable that runs from my lovely computer to the router is not working. So I'm running off the wireless signal, which on my old-ass laptop isn't that strong.
That sucks. So Mike might be a little bit of choppy. I apologize for Wednesday. Actually, we were supposed to go live, and I, like the old-ass fart that I am, fell asleep on this chair while I got ready very early. This is how I know I'm getting old. This is like one of the first signs of geriatric syndrome was I sat here after having gotten all my equipment ready, my camera ready, everything's ready. I'm like, I still got 10 minutes to spare. I was like, I'm not going to sign on yet, like 20, half hour early. So let me just sit in a chair and lean back. So, and I'm sorry, Heidelson, that was all my fault. That was all my fault. I laid back just like this, like a fucking mummy in a sarcophagus. And I shut my eyes for what felt like 10 seconds. And then I wake up, jolt out of my seat, and I see it's already like almost 10 o'clock. And I'm like, holy shit.
So I
can't believe I fucking passed out.
I don't think it was your fault, to be honest. I think I implanted that in your head when I said, hey, I don't know if I'm going to make it to 9:30. I'm exhausted. So
that's what's funny. Yeah.
To your head. Yeah.
That's what's funny. Was I don't know if you completely like Winter Soldiered me into fucking believing that I was the tired one, but my ass was tired too. But it was funny because you were the one who was like, I don't think I'm going to make it. And I was like, all right, let me know what the deal is. And then I'm the one who passed out. I don't know. It's very blurry. What is that? Is that CBD drink or is it fruit glitz? Sangria. Oh, nice. So wait, is it a sour beer or is it a sangria beer?
It's gross, is what it is. Oh, it's ale with ale with grapes, cranberries, blackberries, and natural flavors.
I mean, if you want juice with your beer, I guess. I just thought it's I did it the old-fashioned way yesterday. I just drank up straight up light beer while watching my fucking hockey team lose horribly, 8-1. So but you know what the silver lining is around that? I get to go to a fucking Stanley Cup game on Tuesday. So there's that.
Congratulations!
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Should be pretty epic. Yeah.
No, it sucks. I don't know what the Ethernet problem is going to be. I don't know if it's the adapter for my laptop or if it's the cable. Now,
I think it's the cable.
I know how to test the problem, just running a different cable and whatnot. But I'm not going to test it now while we're in the middle of the show. And ironically enough, right now on the show, we have more people viewing us than we usually do ever. And it's not all me looking on different screens. So after that.
So we do get a frozen mic every 30 seconds. We'll get a.
I hope not. I hope it's not every 30 seconds. I hope that. Because I have gigabit internet, so it's fast. But like the wireless, I guess, has an issue. But it shouldn't be.
Are you a gigillion? Are you a gigillionaire? Would you refer to yourself as a gigillionaire? Probably one of the corniest fucking internet commercials ever. I don't know if you guys watch actual television, but it's pretty corny, and that's where I got that reference from. And I thank you very much.
The name of the podcast is a direct quote from Hunter Biden's book. Is that what I understand?
He exposed himself as being a superhero, and that his powers are he could find crack anywhere, anytime. Like but I just thought every crackhead had that superpower.
So, superhero name?
The Crack Finder?
No.
Like the Pathfinder?
Superhero name, Crackman? Or
Crack Hunter. Crack Hunter. No, Crack Hunter. Captain Crack. It could be Captain Crack, but he would have to. It would only work if it works with Captain America because he actually had the rank of captain, so that like helped him with the name. But since his name is Hunter, and he can find crack anywhere, anytime. Like obviously he's the Crack Hunter. Like the crocodile hunter, except he's just imagine it's just like Hunter Biden walking around like the seediest neighborhood in DC, right? Or Wilmington, Delaware. I don't know how ghetto Delaware is, but it's got to be sort of ghetto, right? Delaware. So
I have no idea.
I've only been there once. I literally been there once, and it was like a stop off on a bus ride because there was a college there while I was on my way to Virginia when I was a teenager. So,
That is,
it's just him walking around like the hood somewhere in downtown Delaware, and he's just like, you know what I mean, crikey, and he just jumps on a fucking crack dealer and steals their crack and runs away. You know what I mean? Sort of like how Steve Irwin would jump on a crocodile.
I think it's more of he knows where to go purchase the crack. Also, everyone kind of forgot that they found cocaine in the White House, and we kind of figured it was probably him, but no one.
It was that was I think it was the remnants of a baggie that was like left in a cubby, and somebody's like, I don't want to walk out of here with this, and they were probably like really surprised that they walked in with it. Like it was what I like. Me being the crack detective that I am, if he's crack hunter, I'm crack detective. So crack detective, right? In my line of work, we backtrack the crack. So we start from where the crack is found and then try to figure out where it came from. So it's sort of, I'm like the opposite of Hunter Biden, if you think about it. You know what I mean? So what I think is if somebody was like, oh shit, how the fuck did I just walk through security into the White House with half a bag of coke, and is like, I don't want to walk out with this, and just left it in their cubby while after they did their tour, probably itching for another blast, and they were like, I'd really like to go for a key bump right now in the White House bathroom, but then they're like, I think I left my coke in the cubby, and then they just left it there because they didn't want to go after.
You want to hear a funny story? Real quick story. Sorry, it's not about crack, but I'm over here trying to access our Dipshits Facebook page, a Facebook account, not the page.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it wants me to I couldn't access it, so I entered the password. It was set invalid password. So I was like, I don't know what the password could be because that's the password. So now I go to reset the password. As I'm typing the new password, it's all in caps. So my caps lock was on. That's why it was the fucking wrong password.
I think that's retarded. I can't fucking stand this. Like, if I've missed the cap in the beginning of the password that it's invalid, it's still the same fucking password. Like if my password's dog shit 420, it's not though. It used to be years ago, but it's not anymore. So you might be able to you could get on my MySpace account with that password.
That's a good password.
But if I don't put capital D in, it's still the same. It still says dog shit.
I prefer passwords like eat shit and die. That's a good one.
Eat shit and die. I mean,
eat shit and die.
They say like those, like the longer the phrase, the better. So now I just type in whole sentences as my password. You know what I mean? And it always says excellent. See, that's what I like. If I'm starting a new account or a new app or something like that, and then they tell me how strong my password is, and it says excellent, I'm like, yes, I know. I am the password maker. I'm such a good password maker. I fucking forget passwords like all the fucking time. I don't know. That probably happens to you too. That's,
Yeah, absolutely. All the fucking time. It never ends. Let's see if this is going to work now. Let's see. Are you going to remember my password now for this account?
Wait, you're trying to sign on something else besides our Facebook? What goes on our Facebook? Isn't it like loaded with bots?
There it is. No. I guess it's a troll page. It's not really a troll page, but okay. Go away here. Okay.
Well, how would you define it as not being a troll page? Like,
well, we're not.
How is it not a troll page?
How is it? I feel attacked.
I just assume that everything with you just starts as a troll. I just feel like it starts trollish and then it just like organically gets serious after that. So it could have started as a baby troll, but then turned into like, a real life thing.
Well, this whole cast was started out as let's dive deep into like conspiracies and dumbfounding bullshittery, and it has become a parody of itself.
No, yeah,
I'm just saying.
Well, it's become a parody of itself, and it's also become like a twice a week snuff fest because it's usually people just getting murdered on videos.
So I found this. I found this video, and this made me laugh because I don't know how old this guy is. He's definitely younger than us, definitely.
For sure,
and,
yeah.
And he's well. Let's just
take a shot with no reaction. That's the goal.
wait. What? Hold on.
Take a shot with no reaction.
Hold on. I want to hear that from the beginning. God damn it.
Trying Everclear, taking a shot.
He's never drank Everclear. He's gonna take a shot and not try to react
with no reaction. That's the goal.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Have you ever had Everclear? Have you ever just did a shot of Everclear?
I was there too. It wasn't something I wanted to do.
No,
like it was.
No, I was originally mixing it with like pineapple juice, and someone was like, "You do a shot." I'm putting like a teaspoon per like 5 ounces of pineapple juice. There's no, and I did it and I regretted it. But I wasn't a bitch about it. Well, no, I was kind of, but I wasn't like I finished my shot.
It's hard to not be a bitch about it afterwards. And let me just say this, my experience with it. I took the shot of it once, and it was because I convinced myself I could, because I had done a shot of 151, not a reactionless shot, because it's it's easy, like 100 proof is easy to do a reactionless shot, especially when you're like I'm a brown liquor drinker. So being a brown liquor drinker myself, I've become accustomed and desensitized to the reactionless shot. Not trying to say I'm like some sort of tough guy, but I do have a lot of hair on my chest. So that being said, you know what I mean? I could do that. But once you get to 150, right? And you're up in that, that level of alcohol content, it's like knee-jerk reaction. You're just going to wince or something. So when I did the Everclear shot, dude, I was like, I think gasping for air, because what we were doing was diluting it with Mountain Dew, something like full sugar Mountain Dew. So the sugar really does help a lot, and you don't need a lot. Like, you literally put a shot of Everclear in a 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew, and you were good. You know?
Do you remember 99 bananas?
99 blueberries, 99 apples, all of the 99 fruits. Yeah. It was schnapps, right? That's what it was?
Let's see what happens in this video.
Proof 95 ABV.
This guy's like, dude, you're fucked.
This is going to be interesting.
That yeah, dude, you're gonna. Oh my god.
I've
with a straw
seen someone so excited to burn their soul out of their body.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Yep. So I'm just gonna assume a few things here. He doesn't drink whiskey. He doesn't seem like
probably not. Probably not.
Maybe
no.
a whiskey sour or an old fashioned, maybe.
But it's got sugar and it's diluted with something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those cocktails are stronger cocktails, but they have something to kill the flavor a little bit.
So I would when I was younger, I would mix my drinks, but as I got older, I kind of just drank straight. From tequila and orange juice to going at shows, switching to a shot of tequila you were not even getting a shot of tequila because you don't get much bang for your buck. If you get tequila on the rocks, it's 2 ounces, so it's 2 shots. It's the price of like 1.5.
Yeah,
so it's actually saving money.
There's a whole. You're right, dude. There's a whole economy. Well, he worked at the bar, he was a bartender for a little while, and then he and I think at City Field also he worked at the bar at City Field too. So he would he was the one who told me that, and I thought I was being clever because I thought I was like, shit. I was like, you guys know about that too? I thought I was just hacking the system for all of those years because I would literally just get, me, I'd just get Jameson on the rocks instead of getting a shot of Jameson because they literally charge you the same price. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's little for those of you out there that drink. There you go. Your advice. Don't get shots. Shots. You're wasting money. You're throwing away money. You want to be a real drinker. You get it on the rocks, and just sip it.
Yeah. But he probably doesn't, who knows? I don't want to pass judgment, but this is going from, if he looks like somebody who drinks, like White Claws and stuff like that. So that's a massive leap, from bitch beers to Everclear. So good luck to him. Let's see what happens.
Stop. Don't. Oh no. Please stop. I warned you.
Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, cheers.
3, 2, 1.
He doesn't drink whiskey. He doesn't drink whiskey. See? I said it. Like, even okay, maybe he drinks Crown Royal or something, because that's like a sweeter whiskey. But he's never pounded that Jack Daniels on a fucking Tuesday at like a house party.
Jack Daniels is pretty easy to drink, though. Jack Daniels tastes more like candy than Crown Royal, I feel. Crown Royal's sweet. Crown Royal's sweet, but Jack Daniels straight up tastes like it was made from Coca-Cola. Like, that's what, to me, I had Jack after not having had tasted it in over a decade. That was like something that I went for in high school or like college years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like in my early 40s, having not had drank Jack since my 20s, I tasted it and with nothing. It was just Jack, shot of Jack. Somebody poured it for me, and I was like, sure, why not? I haven't had Jack in a while, and it wasn't like a Gentleman Jack or anything like that. It was just straight up regular black label Jack Daniels that you get, cheapest bottle. And it tasted like candy. Like I was like, it literally, like I just said, it tasted like it was made like alcohol that was made from Coca-Cola. And it's very easy to drink. Yes, Idelson, very easy to drink. So, you know, like even if this guy was probably just jumping to the max. This is an internet challenge. Don't do this. And I'll tell you why not do this. I did stupid shit like this, but what it actually does is that high alcohol content like dissolves all the mucus in your esophagus. So it can actually fuck you up pretty bad if you should. But it's told, if you read the bottle, you remember reading the bottle of Everclear? It says you must dilute. I think it says it on Bacardi 151. They don't even make that anymore, right? 151 they stopped making, I think.
Really?
I think check it. Google it. I believe Bacardi stopped making 151. They have higher proof rum, but they don't make 151 anymore.
This continued in 2016.
And I didn't even know that until last year. I think I heard somebody told me that they don't make that anymore. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. But I'm so far removed from, you know, party time, Ryan, you know, with my Frank the Tank days, you know, that I just don't keep up on it. Like I didn't know. Like back in my party days, that's like Four Loko just started. So I didn't know they discontinued the classic Four Loko for like 2 years. And I was like, really? They stopped making it like that? I had to have somebody else break it to me.
Let's get all some entertainment.
Wow.
Yeah. Video is mad laggy. So, you know, anybody else watching this is probably like doesn't see anything. Like they just stayed on the yeah. Well, from my perspective, the videos have been, you know, shop talk, everybody. We're having a little bit of a sidebar. They're coming in a little choppy. So, and when you stop it, it takes longer for it to come back. So just a suggestion, if we're going to watch a video, it might be best for us because of the bandwidth issue, just to let it ride out. Start it, let it go, and we'll talk about it when it's over. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I'm rewatching it live, but not live.
So you know what I'm talking about. It's just like pausing and getting choppy.
Hold on, I'm just rewinding it. Sorry. I'm trying to see if they see it, not you. Oh yeah, it is. You hear the audio, but you hear that's a little whack. Come on, I need my Wi-Fi's back, guys. Need my Wi-Fi's back. So we're not even gonna be able to watch this one. We got
to bring Mike back to the 21st century. Or like now that I hear the kids calling it the late 1900s. Did you hear that now? Like you hear people saying that shit? When referring to the 80s, and 90s, like I heard somebody refer to it as the late 1900s, and it fucked me up.
Oh wow, it's still on in the background.
I mean, even though I know I did that last century and referring to like pre-World War I shit, you know what I mean? I just felt a little, like I think it's too soon. I know we're in like the 20s, you know what I mean? When our 20s, but referring to the 90s as the late 1900s sort of fucks me up.
But that's technically what it is.
Cheers.
Like
It is.
Like-
I know, but I'm not ready for it.
like what happened during the late 1700s?
I got you. Right. Yeah, we had a Revolutionary War and all that stuff, you know.
And then what
And then we
happened
do refer to it as that.
the mid 1900s, the mid 1800s.
I just thought in my world, right, in my brain, that it would have been like the 2050s before people started referring to it as the late 1900s. You know what I mean? I felt like there'd be more time.
Now we're only 25 years away from that.
I know.
26 years or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's not that far away.
It's not. Yeah, that's what's fucking scary is how quick everything's going. Even the month of May, like we're in the middle of June now, and I really feel like June just started, but we're in the middle of June. And the month of May, which is like birthday month for me. I had my birthday last month, and I feel like, and you know, I didn't do anything extravagant or anything like that. Went out to dinner with my wife and stuff, but it was the quickest May for me on record. Like I literally was like, it's still April. In my brain, it was still April, and it was like May 30th. And I'm like, the fuck is going on? The fuck is going on? And that's what sort of like, you know, conspiracy theory, you know what I mean? We're going to get into like, you know, the simulation theory. And like, I feel like, you know, like they had, if you were playing like an RPG or something, they had something where you could speed up from day to night. Like, for example, in the Ocarina of Time, right? Zelda for N64, you play the flute and it would go from daytime to nighttime. Like you could speed up time. So I'm like, right. And that now I'm like, maybe somebody just hit fast forward on May. Like, because what the fuck? You know? Now, I didn't do much in the month of May. That's what usually when you're busy, time moves.
I feel the same way because I keep seeing something that on a calendar for something that was going on in May, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can make it to that. I'm like, oh no, it's already fucking June 20th. What is it? 15, 16, 17? What is it? 20th?
16th today.
See, it's crazy. I felt the same way. You're blowing my mind though, because this is a fucking.
It's not just me. It's not just me.
Something's going on.
You know, I'm saying like, and it's not just me. Like, you know, like you hear the cliche, like everybody's like, "Oh man, time flies when you're having fun." But I'm like, shitty things have been happening, and time is still flying. So I don't think that's it. You know,
like it's weird. Very, very weird.
Yeah. But anyway, this is something. This video happened in the news, and I saw it as a news article first, and then I seen it on television on my local news, and then like literally a few hours later, it came up in my algo. So this is a bull that got out at a rodeo. You could just play it and stop it. We'll react to it.
It's the man who died, who gave to me, and I gladly stand up.
Oh my frick!
That the different angle.
I get pause the music. I want to pause it right before I want to pause. Hold on, don't. Before we even go into it, let's continue. I want to pause it right before it hits that guy.
Oh my God! It was a lady. I think it was a lady. I might have been a lady.
It goes over there.
Yep. Concession stand.
So imagine you're just standing there. You're eating a hot dog or something. You're like, hey, I don't know. I have to go inside and check it out. I haven't gone inside yet. And out of nowhere, you're there. And out of nowhere, you're like, that is a lady. You're like with your family. Hey guys, let's go to my first time going to a rodeo. I hear this is really fun. And then bam, 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 bam. Oh,
that thing came out of nowhere like Randy Orton on that lady and just fucking tossed her.
Wearing red or like burgundy.
Yeah, I think that's why he targeted her. You know what I mean? Everybody says they say that's a myth. That's not a myth. That's real. Like they don't like the red color.
And continue to hit her while she was in the fucking air.
Yeah, she got lucky though because it didn't land on her because it didn't stomp on her. It just knocked her around. If it stomped on her, it'd fuck her up. Mm-hmm.
That's one hit. That's the second hit. It's falling back on her. Boom. There's the
3.
third hit. Oh, and the
But he hopped over. He might have kicked her a little bit at the end of that. That's fucking crazy. Now let me just say this right about rodeos. He gave her a little love tap at the end. I've been offered to go to some of these things, right? But
of course.
But fail videos involving rodeos go back to VHS days. I remember watching America's Funniest Home Videos as a kid and just seeing rodeo shit, just like, you know, dudes getting thrown into the audience off of a bull, you know, like rodeo clowns getting fucked up,
Yep.
you know, bulls escaping, horses escaping, and all sorts of shit. So I've known for many years the mishaps that could happen at one of these things. And I was offered to go to one of these. I was like, no fucking way, that's dangerous. And I like to do some wild shit. You know what I mean? But when you go to an MMA fight, only the one time you have to worry with Khabib and Conor with the fighters actually jumping out of the cage into the audience.
When that ended, we was like, let's get out of here now.
Let's get the fuck out of here now. Yeah.
So they tear the place down.
Yeah. So it's insane. Like to have like not that high of a fence in the front. You're at a baseball game, or you go to a baseball game, they have the nets up so you don't get hit with foul balls and stuff. Even though they could get over it, they won't line drive towards you. There's a net there. Shouldn't there be a fucking net here? Right?
I don't think a net would stop they need more than a net, but there has to be
a barrier of some sort.
Alternative plan to prevent this from happening.
Because they happen a lot. Dude, this isn't the only video, but this is just something that just happened recently. These things happen all the fucking time.
People in the audience did not sign up for this. They signed up for watching this.
Yeah.
Not being a part of it, and that woman's outside who's standing with her family.
Moral of the story, kids. Moral of the story, do not wear red to a fucking rodeo. Don't wear red to a rodeo, because fucking bull will come out into the stands and take you.
Another moral of the story is Ryan will always blame the victim. Sorry, I had to set that one up right there.
It's all good. You gotta call it as you see it, bro. That's it.
A man in Vegas this week has ripped a bong so epic at the Sphere, he is now banned from multiple venues. Rolling Stone is claiming that he is the first to smoke a bong in that venue. To be able to say that, you must really not know construction workers. You don't think the bunch of these greased up hammer slammers aren't ripping fat dabs the whole time they're building the Sphere? They're high as shit and drunk.
And it's legal in Vegas too. Like, not to do it on the job site.
Not on the job site. Yeah, it's like alcohol. You can't drink on the job. You can't smoke on the job.
I'm just saying it's legal.
You don't want those guys working sober. Your shit will fall apart. My buddy's a construction worker. He's one of the biggest degenerates I know. If you don't believe me, send this to your construction buddy and see if I'm right. A man...
Yeah,
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. I was a construction guy for 20 years, and I'm gonna say that shit happens on the job site. I also want to say this about the Sphere. I will neither confirm nor deny that I was taking deep rips off of my pen at the Sphere when I went.
So,
I was also on mushrooms too.
Here's the thing. By you saying it and no one questioned you about it to begin with,
Yeah.
there's nothing for you to confirm or deny. Therefore, by you saying it, you're confirming it.
How is that legal?
No, nothing I say is absolutely legal jargon. It's just my logic in my head. I asked you if you were ripping a pen. You bringing it up.
I can't. I plead the fifth.
So what's this? A group of teens egged a parked vehicle and tried to make a quick getaway until this happened.
Let's see what happens.
Days.
Damn! They in the blue truck.
Close the door. Close the door. Why is the door open?
Ooh. That came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere. I thought. Do you know what I predicted? What I predicted and how I thought this was going to go was, yes, end in a car accident, but I thought she was going to peel out and lose control and then slam into a parked car. I did not expect that fucking T-bone to come out. That is fucking brutal, bro.
Did the passenger ever close the freaking door? I didn't see.
Moral of the story, Mike: don't egg somebody's car and peel away without looking both ways.
Yeah, stop at the stop sign, then drive away.
And moral of the story: Ryan always victim blames.
No, but seriously. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
bro.
but they're not the victim. The person that got hit by the car is not the victim. The
I know.
person that hit the car is a victim.
What about the guy whose car just got egged? Now you gotta go back to the car wash. And they probably didn't do it like within the 24 hours where they say they'll rewash your car if you get it dirty within 24 hours.
Wow.
Ooh.
What is this?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this before.
Damn.
What?
I feel bad for that person who T-boned them.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm like, they didn't, you know, and if they found out what it was over, like these people blew the stop sign because they just egged the car, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be like,
man.
I almost died because you wanted to egg a car.
They might have died. You never know. Someone might have died.
So let's see if airbags deploy. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's not a fatal. That's a hard hit. It might not be a fatality.
You don't know. What if they weren't wearing the seatbelts?
Oh,
They
dude,
just
but
jumped in the
a lot
car,
of
the
injuries.
passenger door was still open.
You're right. Somebody could have gotten ejected too, since the door was open. Like since you just painted that picture, somebody could have just got tossed out. Like that girl who gets in, right? That girl gets in that door.
Yeah, that door's not
Did
closed.
she get tossed? She could have gotten tossed. What stops that car after they spin? What? Boom.
Look away.
And spun around. Oh, the camera.
Oh, they're over
there it goes.
here.
It's facing
Yeah,
the other
they're
way.
over here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
They get out. They're getting out.
Derp. Well, yeah, you seen that girl get out of the driver's seat. Derp. Wop wop.
What is this?
Oh, this is epic, dude. This is like super testosterone ASMR for me. I fucking love this video. I watched this video like 17 times. You got to watch it, dude. It's fucking awesome. This is one of the coolest things ever. Yo, it just cut through the forest. Like
This makes me feel or realize how insignificant we are
that small.
compared to the earth. Everyone's worried about like save the earth, save the earth. Like George Carlin says, the earth will be just fine. Humans are fucked.
That is a speck of dust compared to a mountain, and it just rolled off and made a road. It's like, bro, do you need a road? It'd be like, how are you gonna like? I'll build you a road tonight. Like,
just roll that rock down that mountain.
Yeah, and then stump every tree that's along the way. All the stumps, just shave them down, and there you go. You got your road.
I can't believe that. It's
the power of our planet. This isn't even weather. This is just a rock rolling through a forest, just cut through it like a fucking hot knife through butter.
The trees just tumble and snap. Like toothpicks.
Yeah, and what's crazy is that none of it changed its trajectory. It all just kept going straight through them.
Yeah, they didn't affect it at all. They didn't even slow it down.
Nah, I feel bad for all the. I feel bad a little bit for like the squirrels who are just like, what the fuck? Do you think like the animals evacuated, like they saw it,
bang, like
the vibrations, everything just parted ways?
Yeah, I think so.
Because they know with earthquakes and shit, they fucking bug out minutes before. That's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn, and I watched some of those videos come up on my algorithm with like people getting caught in rock slides, like on a road. You ever see like a rock slide take out like those videos?
Could rip you apart if you're a person.
Bro, I seen cars get crushed like a fucking tin can, dude.
It is not a joke. What is this you send me? Did you send me this?
But today we're trying Everclear.
Oh no, it's that guy.
So
I
this
sent
one-
you a
No.
I sent you a bunch. I sent you the Neil deGrasse Tyson's answer to Terrence Howard. You remember how Terrence Howard called him out on the Joe Rogan podcast?
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson on his
Oh yeah.
Star-
There's a bunch of these I wanted to.
there's a Star Talk pod, that his podcast that he does with the his comedian friend, and he like had an answer back. So this is Neil deGrasse Tyson clapping back.
Terrence Howard on his recent appearance on Joe Rogan.
I reached out to Neil deGrasse Tyson. I sent him over the 36-page thing that had the wave conjugations in it, but I started it off with 1 × 1 = 2.
I actually spent time reading every line of all 36 pages. It opens with a quote from Terrence. It can never occur that the square root of a given number, when added to itself, is greater than the initial number squared, for that would expose a loose thread within the fabric of our understanding, a loose thread capable of unraveling the very ground rules of mathematics. It's a bold statement. So then I just say, this opening thesis is false to the extent that the next 35 pages depends on your stated thesis. This fact undermines your claims and assumptions and conclusions. It's not about feelings here. It's about objective reality.
So I think this is I feel like this is like the Kendrick Lamar and Drake. You know what I mean?
I don't know
Sort
how
of.
you're equating it to that, but
Because this is it's not a rap battle. This is like an intellect battle now.
is
They're
Terrence
in-
Howard Drake?
I don't know who's Drake in this scenario. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson's probably Kendrick Lamar because he has more of an extensive history with science. You know what I mean? And Terrence Howard is like conventionally, like conveniently smart now. You know what I mean? For an actor. And I mean, like, I feel bad, like, discrediting. Like, it sounds discrediting when you're saying for an actor. Because it's like, I know the connotation that comes with it. It's like, oh, well, he's smart for a sanitation worker. And it's like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? You know what I mean?
They just apparently have never seen Good Will Hunting.
Exactly. You know?
I feel like
but-
we've mentioned that on this show. That movie has been mentioned on this show more than
A lot.
anything else.
A lot. How about them apples, though? You like
no,
apples?
but that scene doesn't work if he's like, no, I don't like apples. Sorry, I just don't.
Yeah,
like
over.
apples."
Scene is fucking
Sorry.
over. Let's say
Not-
there's no joke. What would he have done? He would have turned around and been like, all right, bye. Bye.
No. It's like, well, do you like bananas?
Well,
yeah, bananas are okay. Well, how
How
do you
about-
like them bananas?
Yeah. Do you like guavas? How about them cherries?
How about it looks like avocados, man? Hey, like avocados? It's okay.
Well, that's funny. That's funny because avocado actually means testicle, like in the Mayan language. Google it. Don't believe me? That's what the tour guide told me in Cancun.
In Mayan, what does
Avocado mean? Or where does the name avocado come from? And I think it means testicle. And yes, I love avocados. But if you ask somebody that, hey, you like avocados? And they're like, yeah, I like avocados. And be like, how about them avocados? It'd be like, well, how about them testicles? You know what I mean? How about them nuts? No? Nothing? I'm full of shit? Just tell me I'm full of shit. As a symbol of their famous calendar, Central America first called fruit aguacate. Yeah, there you go. See, I was right. I was fucking right. See, I'm not See, I'm pretty smart for a fucking, for a stupid person, for a dipshit. You see that? And I don't take that as an insult. I'm smart for a dipshit.
Yeah, no, I wasn't insulting you. We're dipshits. This is the Dumbfounded Dipshits. This is how this works.
Well, am I smart, or is the tour guy who told me the smart one and I just retain the information?
Retain the information. You never fact checked him, and we happen to fact check him. The information that you've been spreading since what whatever.
Moral of the story, Mike. Moral of the story, Mike. I victim blame, and I never fact check.
There's another thing to learn. Some poor guys aren't full of shit.
They got to be spitting some sort of truth, right? I guess avocado seeds could be more like really are the more testicle like of the whole fruit because like, or maybe it's like the goosebumps and it's like that's how like you know like avocado skin feels, maybe like testicle skin, maybe that's why they say that. Wow, you know what I mean? I mean I could see it. It's my point is I could see where they're getting the resemblance. You know what I mean? But nobody called does banana in their native land does that mean dick fruit? Does banana mean dick fruit like in their native language?
Not mean dick fruit. All right. So one of these comments says this is more Florida than even Florida could Florida. So I'm very curious what this video is going to be.
This shit happens all the time.
Okay. Yeah, he dipped. Wait, what?
The dog attacked the cop. keep going. This is 5 stars in Grand Theft Auto.
What the fuck is going on? Is this the same incident?
Yeah.
What, the
dog ran past him. The dog ran past him. It is that comment though. This thing.
Hold on. So
that comment. Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah. He's out.
They chase him. So no, they don't chase him. So the dog attacks the cop. But where's the guy?
He attacks a cop. The guy's going. The cops chase him over the hill. They drove up the hill. They all start following that car that drove up the hill. They all smash into each other. This is all 5 stars in GTA. This is what this looks like in real life. This guy fucking pissed off the cops. He's got everybody, but he's got to have copters on him too. There's got to be copters in the air.
See, they hit him with the car.
Yeah.
The truck hits the kid.
Yeah. Kid gets up.
Kid.
He keeps running. The dog runs past him. And then the cop tackles him, and then the dog circles back. Look, the dog just is like, "Oh yeah, that's right, I have a job." What the fuck, bro? And yeah, he lives in Broward. He knows.
Wow, man.
Oh, look at this guy's nunchuck skills. He practices a lot. You could tell.
Okay. All right, I need cheers, everyone. I'm gonna do a dab before we even watch this video.
Hell yeah!
I'm gonna be so tired tomorrow for work. It's gonna be great. I gotta wake up at 3:15.
Woo! Yeah, you're on the early schedule these days too, right? It really conditions you to be a different kind of person when you wake up crazy early like that. Because I've had like shift changes where it was like I had to be, or the distance from where I live to work was further, so I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Getting up between 5 and 7 is different than getting up between 4 and 5, or before 5 o'clock in the morning. And then before 4 o'clock in the morning, it gets a little bit more difficult. I knew motherfuckers when I was working in Manhattan in construction that lived upstate New York by Monticello and out in the Poconos, who legit would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to work. And they would be in bed at like 8. They literally sleep 8 to 3, get up and drive into Manhattan.
It's crazy. People that do that too in my industry. The guy commutes to the city every day, but he lives out by like Greenwood Lake, New York.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty deep.
2-hour drive.
Yeah.
He's like, it's worth it. He's like, I have big property. It's worth over $1 million now.
Mhm.
It's totally worth it. And I'm like, I guess so. But let's see. Check out these nunchuck. I almost spilled my bong. Ooh, I almost knocked it over.
Whap, whap.
What, they're just floating? What, are they on strings?
Nice. Look. Oh, you forgot. There you go. All right. That was swift. Dude, I'm scared. That guy scares the shit out of me. For more than one reason. Could you guess the other reason besides his nunchuck skills? You can't guess the other reason?
No.
He's obviously dissolving a body in whatever that fucking container is behind him. If you, I don't, or it's a furnace. What the fuck is that?
That's an old school furnace, it looks like.
What's up with the angled drop ceiling? Isn't that sketchy?
This is the roof. I mean, this is the attic, I think. But then if this is the attic, then what is that in the attic?
Who, him? Are you referring to him as that? Or the dead dissolving body in that container that he has in the vat in the background? Oh, yeah.
What is it?
This person definitely, before getting fucking internally destroyed, had the best anal orgasm ever, probably. So what happened with this person, and let me tell the story real quick, and this is from what I understand what happened. The person was walking around with a butt plug, just fashionably walking around with a butt plug, that they thought was plastic, right? And was all plastic. But if you want to know something about butt plugs, is that even the plastic ones aren't fully plastic. There's a metal core in the plug part, in most of them. So this person, and when enjoying their life with a butt plug, just walking around like nobody knows, right, with their pants on, right, goes and gets an MRI. And Mike.
There's metal in the, no.
Which turned their asshole into an internal railgun. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean, man? So that fucking shit is like lodged in their liver. If you could see where the liver is. That butt plug, it's critical fucking damage, but the person, I think, survived. Pretty fucking, I had to fucking. I was like, I had to send this to you. I was like, if anybody needs to see this, Mike needs to see this shit. Yeah. So is that a little bit of information for you? Cheers, everyone.
So that would be that should have been the name of the next episode.
Anal railgun?
Internal, yeah, exactly. All right, what's this?
Oh, here's our buddy with some news.
Hold on, we lost the audio because
Oh yeah, that reverse audio loss thing.
Yep, they went and did it.
Is this true?
Message to all y'all.
It's on Fox News. Is this true? It's on Fox News.
I know they were talking about doing it.
Like, no, bro, I'm trying to get you prepared for what's coming. This is what's coming. They are paving the way to draft 18 to 26-year-old men into the army or military. It also includes the largest ever military pay raise in history, which, like, objectively seems like maybe it's a good thing. But to me, that just screams no. Like we're going to war, fam.
Yeah.
By using available federal databases, so they're going to be hacking into all your data. Not that they're already doing that. So yeah, just they slipped that one under the radar. But get ready, because shit's about to get real. I know. I keep saying that, but it keeps getting more real, and y'all need to pay attention. And I know most of y'all are. So stay safe, stay informed. Yeah, you're.
So I guess could we do a quick fact check of that? I mean, I know that was a Fox News article. You know what I mean? But if we got somebody else, like maybe on the other side, you know, like what we used to do last year. You remember we would go one left article, one right article. And if they both confirm what they're both each other is saying, then it's probably true.
Huh.
See, and what's crazy, and I'm just going to say this on both sides, you got these two trials going on, one back to back, right? And they both end up guilty, and it keeps everybody's attention in that direction while they're signing a draft and a military defense bill. So who is this news source?
This is Politico.
Okay, Politico. And it was on Fox, Politico. Anybody else on the Google?
It doesn't say anything about that. Wait.
This is the thing. It's a bipartisan agreement on this. This is only in the House, so it still would have to go through, I think, the Senate, right, in order for it to be.
Let me see if I can find it. See, the word draft isn't even used here. Weird.
But it was used in the Fox article, though.
Right here.
That's crazy if they implement the draft. I mean,
oh, they added to the NDAA.
Oh shit! National Defense Authorization Act. Damn. So that means it's probably like legit. That they could implement the draft. I think that's what it says. It's not that they're doing it yet, but that they have the ability to.
They're automatically registering people. You used to have to register when you turned 18.
Yes.
Now they want to automatically register people, which makes sense. I said it should be automatic to begin with. You don't have a choice. You have to sign up.
Yeah. And that's how. Yeah, and it shouldn't just be the people who signed up who get automatically picked. Like it should be spread out, but that's something they could easily just target poor neighborhoods with. You know what I mean? And say it's random, but like really take most of the people out of like, you know, and that's why they're raising the pay, because they have to make it more of an attractive deal to come, you know what I mean? To not go AWOL and move to Canada. You know what I mean? Like they used to do back in the day.
Let's see. What's next? This whole internet thing and not having things ready.
I'm just noticing the bottom ticker with the Jack Daniels versus Seagram 7. So is that the debate? Because the thing is, I think I might choose Seagrams over Jack Daniels.
I take Seagrams. I like Seagrams. It's my favorite cheaper whiskey.
It actually, you could trick me with Seagrams, and I'll think that it's Crown Royal. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you could easily trick me into being like, yeah, this is a shot of Crown, and be like,
when I used to get a Black Truth Grin, which is supposed to be
Coca-Cola, half.
It's like 4 fingers of
splash, of whiskey, and then a splash of Coke.
But it's supposed to be 2 different whiskeys mixed together.
Okay, Seagrams,
Seagram 7 and Crown Royal.
Crown Royal,
and then a splash of Coke.
Mm-hmm.
That'll fuck you up, and it's delicious.
It'll fuck you up.
It's so good because it's like, I guess
it is delicious.
It's a cheap whiskey, watering down.
Canadian whiskey. Yeah,
another delicious.
I don't know what their starter is. I don't know if it's like corn or apples or whatever they use, you know, like to make Canadian whiskey, but it is like very mild tasting. You know, it's easy to drink. Let's just put it that way, you know. But check this shit out. This just happened, I think, recently. There should be a fail-safe against that. If you lost power, this thing should automatically go back to its starting position.
the year 2024. You have backup generators, backup power, solar power, and all
Solar panels. That's what I'm saying,
that
man.
can
It's something.
solve your problems, but yet you're still relying on older breaker power and whatever.
We were riding the ride. This isn't supposed to be upside down like
So,
this.
like-
It's been like that for like already 2 to 3 minutes. I
Everyone
feel
that-
bad for them
Everyone
because
that was
all the power shut off.
Do you know how long it was like that for? I don't know if this goes through the whole article because there were updates.
Do you know?
I do know. Yeah.
Because after I forgot how much time they're going to pass out.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody did. I can't confirm that, but I know how long they were upside down for.
How long were they upside down?
I think 32 minutes.
Jesus fucking Christ. That's a long
That's
fucking time.
upside down. That's a long fucking time. You're like, oh, half hour to be stuck on a ride. Yeah, if you're right side up, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Like you have a sweaty ass now from the bucket seat. But now you're like the blood has been rushing to your head for a half an hour. I think how long until you pass out, you said?
I don't know.
It's minutes, right? Like it's a few like it's
All right, update. They're still up there. It's been about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more, and they've just been hanging up there this whole time.
Yeah.
We just asked the lady at the bottom of the Ferris wheel if this has ever happened before, and she said no, and she said she's actually concerned for them. Oh, they just said Oaks Park. They just said the park is closed. Jesus Christ. They just said
that's scary.
Vacate the park immediately. We're gonna have to go down. Holy fuck. That is actually fucking terrifying. Jesus Christ, I hope those people are okay. So we were riding.
So yeah, there was another video that popped up in my algo, and they stayed like that, I think, for 32 minutes. I don't know if it's because they got the power back on, but and I know this has never happened before, whatever that park worker said, right? But there should be a fail-safe. You know what I mean? Like you've been to like Disney or Universal or Busch Gardens and Six Flags, and when you're on these rides, especially those indoor rides, like the indoor roller coasters and rides like that, you do see, and it's sort of like, all right, ruins sometimes the experience, like the Spider-Man ride in Universal. It's like I see the emergency exit like next to the buildings in Manhattan, and it sort of fucks things up. But there's like always a spot where it's like you can be at least staircased out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's also fail safes in place.
Then there has to be backup generators on the property for that shit. You know?
I forgot what ride in Hollywood Studios that it didn't break down, but it just repeated the same thing. It was like a ride though, and each thing you go experience something new. And the one we were in, it got stuck in the same room for 3 times, and I was like, "This is bad. I don't want to hear this again." Oh God, I'm hearing it.
Oh,
again.
that sucks. That
Are
sucks.
you kidding me? I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been It's a Small World after all, but
I was going to say that ride would often get stuck in one area for a long period of time. So you'll be like in China for like 4 minutes because the ride is like all fucking jacked up. Apparently they got rid of Splash Mountain. They replaced it with like another ride. That's gone.
Splash Mountain gone?
Yeah. I remember going on that ride over and over again. That and Space Mountain, like over and over. This is a classic. I had to send this to you. I don't know if you remember this episode of, but it was. This is 1991 at the height of Vanilla Ice's popularity, and Jim Carrey does it in person.
Better than Vanilla Ice. He does it better than the guy himself. I mean,
it was hilarious, dude. This is my, like as a kid, I was still probably single digits. That time I might have been 10 years old. And this is the funniest shit in the world when I was 10. I thought this was hilarious.
Yo, VIP, let's kick it. All right, stop. While I do up my laces, this kind of thing happens every show. Yo, I gotta learn how to tie a bow.
What's your real name?
Robert Van Winkle.
Where did you change
Nothing rhymes with Winkle. Pump, 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 Oh, yeah. I'm white, and I'm capitalizing on a trend that's currently rising. Mix it with Curly and Larry and Mo. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, yo! When's it gonna stop? Maybe never. I become richer with every endeavor. I'm living large and my bank is stupid, because I just listen to real rap and stupid. He's white, baby. So very white, baby.
Yo,
Jim Carrey was something else back in the day, man. He was just like,
he consistently keeps it real, man.
he was just the king of physical comedy. I want to say, like, he was the best physical comedian.
Listen to the lyrics and what he's doing.
If you're familiar with the song too, yeah.
Being like, yo, this guy capitalizes on this culture, and he's not part of it. He's just capitalizing.
That was the first kind of appropriation situation that I feel like we had, because they didn't do this to the Beastie Boys. They didn't really criticize the shit out of the Beastie Boys.
Well, because they were part of it, they respected it. That's the thing. They didn't parody it. But no, Ice was out there embarrassing himself. The Beastie Boys were involved in actual rap, and they were. He builds houses now. I think that's what he does now. Beastie Boys are old school too. Then they come from punk rock too.
They were a punk band, right before they became like a rap group. And speaking of like switching genres, Vanilla Ice actually tried to make a comeback in the early 2000s and the early aughts,
band, right, or something.
It was new metal, so it sounded like Limp Bizkit. But
didn't you play at L'Amour's or something?
Yes, I was there.
I didn't go. My friends wanted me.
And my very good friends actually opened up for them, and they were fucking super pumped because they were like a rap metal band. You know what I mean? And no, not Strabismus. Although they might have actually been on that show. No, it was my buddy's band. My buddy's band, White Boy Choir. I think. I don't know if they opened or played second, but they were on that bill for Vanilla
I don't know
Ice.
if I said no to that show if I went to that show, because I saw Strabismus a bunch of fucking times. I had their fucking album in with that the CD case we talked about in cars.
Yeah.
I had one of their albums in the CD case.
I played a few shows with them, but they used to hang out at other people's shows and stuff like that. They would always be backstage, and so they watched us play a whole bunch. And the guitar player Spider, remember, he used to wear like a mask. He used to wear he'd have like a different outfit, he wanted to be like Wes Borland, I think was like his whole shtick.
I fucked around with him.
I'm sure, but they were very famous in Staten Island around that time for the local band scene, and they played a lot of shows, and that's probably what helped with their popularity, underground wise and stuff like that. And they had a little bit of a following because they literally were like on every bill. You know what I mean? Which is what you wanted to try to do, which is what my band tried to do too. And, we got, pretty lucky a couple of years. Like we were just getting booked on everything, and it was fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they were cool. I had their CD too. My sister, she actually knew, I think my sister and my sister's friends knew that clique in Staten Island. You know what I mean? So they hung around them and stuff like that. But we would always see them backstage and shit. It was good times, man. That was a long time ago. I hate even talking about it. It's like old war stories. For me, it's like war stories, being backstage at L'Amour's and shit like that, and like early 2000s. Oh, fucking, this is talent, dude. This is raw talent on more than one level. Dialed in.
Wow.
Savage.
I don't know why
this is nuts.
This video is going to be interesting.
Oh my God, it doesn't stop. Bro. Does he swallow though?
No, his mouth is full.
Yeah, he's like who's that fucking chipmunk? With stuffed,
he's
stuffed to the gills.
And he's juggling really fucking well.
And and it's a bite on each. How many times do you think he bit his fingers? How many times do you think he bit on his fingers? He bit his fingers mad times practicing. You know that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know he just went crunch on a thumb. Had to have. This guy bloody knuckle eating 3 apples at one time. It's nuts, dude. That is fucking nuts.
I don't know
And
how.
he's got to be like a kid's magician and is a juggler on the side, and he does like some sort of other entertainment, and just realized one day that I think I'm such a good juggler with apples because he would just do the apple juggling that I think I could take a bite. And then he was like, you know what? I think I could bite 2 of them. And then he's like, you know what? I think I could bite all 3 of them and just keep going. And then he just built momentum, bro, into this weird fucking talent. We should have a segment on the show, I think, of weird talent. Like strangely oddly satisfying talents that, you know, that are just like, why is this? Why is this? Like, look, why is this? And why is it so interesting?
This is Sports Center. That's hilarious.
Yeah. They got some good shit. Like every once in a while, ESPN be throwing up crazy fucking sports bloopers and stuff. Pereira taking over for fucking Connor. They need. He is MMA Jesus now. He's the savior of the card.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second time that happened. Didn't the same fight saved a pay-per-view a few months back, right? Now this is the sequel. Him and Provatska or something like that. The dildo head. First time I saw him walk into an octagon, it was the first thing I thought. It was like, what the fuck is hanging off his head? And he's a sick fighter too. He's like kung fu, I think, or something, right?
Yes.
Isn't that his style or his discipline is kung fu?
I think so.
That's wild. So. You got to be crazy to say that. That's what you. But it's. I mean, I see. I
said that too. There's another fighter that used to say that too. When
black dude, right?
His name was announcing him. No, when what's his name was announcing, he'd be like a kung fu fighter fighting out of big country. Roy Nelson.
That's right.
Roy Nelson.
But that's wild. And Roy Nelson was a fucking character, dude. And he he was all right. Later on in his career, he did lose like a lot of fights. But when he was in his prime, tearing through everybody in the heavyweights, he was a wild fucking guy to watch fight. And I think he might have fought light heavyweight too. Didn't he gain weight eventually later in his career or something like that?
He always gained. He always big country. He's always big, but he's got bigger.
I mean, Pereira's fucking big, dude. If Pereira got fat, he'd weigh 300 pounds. Like that's how like his head, his hands. Everybody says he's like a giant. When you stand next to him, he's like a fucking giant. You know? When he took out Izzy, it was just like it looked easy for him, you know?
Yeah, but Izzy got him back. But then now he's running.
The one time. Yeah, that won't ever. You don't need that fight to happen again. I think the point was made, you know? There does not need to be another one of those made, you know? There does not need to be another one of those made, you know? There's going to be another one of our episodes on Wednesday. I promise I won't fall asleep this time. There's going to be another one of our episodes on Wednesday. I promise I won't fall asleep this time. There's going to be another one of our episodes on Wednesday. I promise I won't fall asleep this time. There's going to be another one of our episodes on Wednesday. I promise I won't fall asleep this time. There's going to be another one of our episodes